Alright. We found ourselves in a lovely little annex, which had a character praying, looking for her mother, and that mother was, you know, mysteriously missing. What I'm looking for right now is a meme that I acquired the other day, and I realize now I should have prepared these pictures a lot more thoroughly ahead of time. But I have it now. So the next one, I can't drag directly, which is terrible. Alright. Please just let me do what I want to do. Ah. Alright. Actually, no, I don't want that one. Alright. So next one, we have... Why? Okay, I really regret doing this in Paint. Because Paint is betraying me so thoroughly right now. Alright, so... We're gonna do Plan B. Plan B, Inkscape GIMP, yeah. I'm gonna do this via snips, because that should work perfectly, and indeed it does. Next, we have our friend finding us at the good old remnants of the Catholic Church, and they... I do have real Photoshop, I'm just too lazy to open it. Like, literally it's right here. But the font is goofed up because I'm on a 4K, and this is from the 1920s. Yeah, that's fine. So we'll ignore that for now. So you have that. Then we go into a town full of random people, and from there we... Yeah, I really don't like that. I don't appreciate that very much at all. But it is the world we live in that this occurs. So, you know, I getting the run out of plot brain here. So we arrive at a town where basically we're haunted by a series of monsters, and we have to go Leon Kennedy mode, even though we're kind of a man who statted themselves out in a different manner. So after this, we continue fighting. We discover a gentleman who I affectionately, once upon a time, referred to as Big Chungus. However, he proved himself to be a bastard later on. From there, we... Da-da-da. Oh god, so it was from the... It was from the city into the apartment building. We met Fat Bastard. We meet Maria afterwards. Now, Maria, as we all know, is the friend and... I really should have done this Photoshop. I literally gave myself the chance to do this. Alright, we have Maria, who is the love interest, or fake wife, or the lust we felt for something, who is the alternate universe version of Maria from Shadow the Hedgehog, etc., so on. Yeah. Then, moving on from there, we find ourselves in a hospital full of terrible things. things go on. We learn that Bernie Sanders' wife is in fact a bordello person, which was quite a traumatic event. Then we go on even further into a series of events that I think this bit has run its place for. However, you have to say Maria. Well, which Maria do you want me to say, Blobber? Is it Maria or Maria? Because it could be one of those. All right. That bit aside, I feel that we have enough context for what the hell is going on in this game. So as we continue, the first one, the worried one, Maria in bio. Maria in bio. Yes, I do enjoy Jet as well. My favorite anime girl. And someone... It's fucking 4:30 a.m. right now, and some crackhead... I'm sorry, I think someone's mowing outside. I have to check. It's... So my neighbor has a son who I think hasn't evolved past his teenage years, even though he appears to be in his 20s, because he has a fucking car that's like... Like, it sounds like you have a poorly tuned Harley Davidson just going fucking buck hog wild, which is insane. So, it sounded like someone just hopped on a lawnmower and started going to town on their grass outside for a second there. Yeah, I also realized once again I've forgotten to do my local recording for this stream, so I am greatly saddened by my lack of memory. Alright, so the actual recap of where we were last time in the video game is we found ourselves into this hotel after a long meandering prison, which I'm not sure what the symbology there is. But it was a labyrinth come prison, which... That's what I've been doing, Blubber. I just don't like having to... Oh, that's where you go. I understand now. I just don't like having to cut down manually. Because what I always end up doing is I cut the intro segment, or in today's case, I'm going to cut the introductory bit for what I'm going to set as the VOD. What other puzzles do we have? So we get out of the prison, we go on to the lake. The lake is a great source of historicity in the video game, because it represents the kind of potential that is had... Not potential, but the... I don't like this at all. So it's kind of like the star-crossed lovers kind of concept where you have love lost or love mega activated between people, but it is torn astray due to the wiles of fate. So you have a lady who is accused of being a witch, and in a rare case of grace, kindness, evil, they didn't immediately burn her at the stake, which was pretty pog. Instead, they just exiled her on an island with no human contact at all, and I actually kind of question how she was alive, given the fact that she was just kind of left there. So what happened is her beau, this paramour, went out to visit her quite frequently. He eventually blew up because, you know, it's a foggy lake, and he just kind of got confused and drowned, as one does apparently. And she felt really sad, though in fact I don't think the game covers anything else than that, so maybe she was happy, maybe she thought he was a dick. We had this mystical journey recast upon ourselves, and we found ourselves here at this lovely hotel, which I am quite envious of. I realize now that I didn't have to do this because, in fact, I had already unlocked the store. Oh well. So we come here, we find ourselves reacquainted with a small child who said we're a big smelly adult, and apparently she was the housemate of our wife. I think about it, housemate's probably a bad word. Cellmate? Because they were on, like, the cell block of the cancer ward. And, in fact, they chatted together there at some length. And there was a note, which appears to have been the note that we got at the very beginning of the game from our wife to come to Silent Hill that she took from reality. I'm actually still trying to comprehend how that even occurred. But if I'm going to guess, like, small child is probably some, like, kind of... you know, I really wish I knew cryptids and mythology more. Some brownie? Maybe small child is a brownie of the mystical evil type that is just cavorting around and attempting to create chaos upon the land to cause great harm upon our psyche. Though, in actuality, I think the child is our perception of the innocent love one can have for their spouse. Or if we go back to Maria, Maria is the kind of, like, insert pornography music. We're going like, where you want to plow your spouse. Which is always a fascinating thing to do. Here there be dragons. Also, hello, Marvin. How are you doing today? I hope well. I'm going to assume there's something in there that we need. I really hope we don't need that book. I mean, I think that's what I'm kind of going for, Blobber. Because, like, who knows? Like, one day we might, like, genetically engineer dragon monsters, and, like, dragons won't be cryptids anymore. Maybe dragons will actually turn into cryptids. Because, like, is a cryptid a thing that allegedly isn't real? So, like, if we were to, like, go into our favorite Chinese lab that is working on mega monsters to kind of fight Captain America and the troublesome folks along those ways, like, we can just create, like, a Chimera lab. That's literally, like, the plot of Deus Ex 1, if I recall correctly, where you have a lab full of, like, goblins and ghouls being masticated in order to fight against something. I guess the globalists? Actually, speaking of that, I must not say, like, string theory. I actually had a really good laugh the other day, because I listened to the interview with, Joe Rogan interview with, presidential candidate, Donald Jump, and, no, there's really not a good way to goof on that name. I need to get better at comedy, but because I was curious, because I haven't listened to anything long form from Trump this election so far, and I've listened to some stuff from Harris. It was like a 6 out of 10 interview. It was very rambly. But it reminded me that I've been talking to a friend of mine about one of the interviews that he had with a... Oh my god. Alright. I have found room 107 key. I'm really happy I went around. And... the level 3 key? I didn't realize that you were directing me towards that key. Level 3 ended up just being, like, doing a B&E through a couple of windows, which is fine. But, in fact, to segue back. So, like, Hello, Wick. I'm doing delightfully. I'm recounting my travails in listening to old Joe Rogan podcasts this week while I was bored out of my gourd at work. I wanted to find a clip from one that he had with Alex Jones because he was talking about interdimensional space elves that can only be accessed by dosing on DMT and were used by Nazi scientists to create super technology or something of the sort. I actually don't remember what the point was because it's been so long since I've seen it, but it was pretty freaking funny. That door wasn't blown off its hinges earlier. But, like, I couldn't find it in the first one I listened to, which was quite disappointing. And when I was looking through, I realized that I think the podcast that I had been thinking of had been delisted off of YouTube for some reason. So I still have to find that. But I realized that that dude is bonkers. And that no matter how much y'all tease me for brain rot, I'm like, if we're going to take a standard deviation, I'm like maybe a 6 on the brain rot scale. I cannot compete with some of these people, man. Note the staff, and while you're at it, make sure to sleep up the leaves out of the garden and then get back into the fireplace. I wouldn't have noticed just from the description. Uh... Oh! I am actually kind of surprised there's a room here. I cannot give Alex Jones a run for his money. I don't think that's physically possible. Like, in that interview I was talking about, they literally began talking about, like, Ghislaine Maxwell and some nonsense, like, in the first 5 minutes. Like, it went from, like, 0 to 2 billion within a 5-minute thing. I'm like, okay. Because I'm trying to figure out what I can do at work that I can listen to as white noise, because I'm running out of, like, bookmarked podcasts to listen to about, like, relatively informative things. So I think I just might get sugar high content. Like, I might try and find, like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to think something that would be nonsensical for podcasts. Regrettably, I don't think I can think any more egregious than, what, like, fucking interdimensional space elf demons. Which is probably for the best. But, on that note, I am very sad that I can't find it in myself to enjoy the D&D content. Because there's, like, a ton of that on there, and, like, I know there are many people who are, like, goo goo gaga for the Critical Role and stuff like that, but I just can't find the appeal. I was talking to a coworker about it, like, I enjoy playing D&D. In fact, that is what I was doing earlier today, as we had our, we're having a special couple of sessions due to, time fuckery. But I don't know, just, like, listening to D&D content, even if it's, like, with comedians, because, like, that's what Critical Role is, isn't it? It's with, like, a couple of comedians, a couple of improv people, and, like, alleged celebrity or two. It just doesn't work. Yeah, no, I can't go that way. And TV's broken. But I'm trying to think. There is... Please don't. Critical Role gives normal people such a terrible idea of what to expect if you invite them to play D&D. Is it really that bad? Like, I've played D&D for years now. The first time I played D&D was a truly terrible experience with a just bad GM. I regret not spending more time with another person instead. But yeah. But then I'm happy I played it years later.
God damn it.
I didn't expect that to be vaguely feminine. Never watched it, I just don't find the idea of watching people play D&D. You say that, but, like, all of us here are guilty of playing... Oh my god, this is going to be so bad. All of us here are committed to playing or watching video games of people playing them. Because, like, we've all watched Jake, we've all watched... you're currently watching me as I whiff a boss battle with a pilgrim woman. So, do we have lore of why this enemy has fleshlights? I mean, I don't even know how to begin to approach this. I think when people think of, like, the Salem witch trials, and what they imagine, like, what the pilgrims thought they were like, outside of the, emissary, they... Well, no, Blobber, it doesn't show you upskirt. Because if we go over here, we have to go to this angle to get an upskirt, and even then it doesn't show anything other than black. You're an audio source of brain rot, buddy? I mean, I suppose. But even still, like... Oh, I suppose that's fair. But even still, like, I can't... That's what I do when it comes to a lot of stuff. I listen to it as audio only, unless I haven't seen the game before and I'm interested in the gameplay. But, like, I can listen to someone just running their mouth for a while when they're talking about a video game. Even if it's something that's been, I was like, oh no, my blah, 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 blah. Which, you know, yeah, you get when you're watching someone like a Markiplier. You know, don't get me wrong, I enjoy watching Markiplier when it comes to certain games, but, you know, he's not an everyday aperitif, one could say. Indeed. But, just, like, someone talking about, like, D&D stuff, I can't even, like, listen to it on the back end. Oh, good heavens. Oh, perfect. Which, like, I don't understand why. And, like, I suppose to cycle back, like, why, what has Matt Mercer done to make D&D seem, like, so weird? No, not weird, but, like... Do we gotta thin it out? Oh. I can't imagine keeping that in the background. It shouldn't sound like a theater play because, like, D&D always ends up sounding like, alright, you gotta verbalize, well... D&D is about verbalizing, well, if you invite someone that hasn't played before to play, but they then see them, they expect everyone else to be like a comedian. Ah, they think it to be so much more than what it actually ends up being, and they spoil themselves. And people don't understand it's hard to be funny. I struggle to be a 3 out of 10 most days. I have that, Lake Wobegon humor in my heart, which is, not very conducive to yucks. Strudel coming in here hot. I'm assuming his favorite sheep mistress hasn't functioned recently. Which wouldn't be so bad if at least they held themselves to the same standard. Well, that's the problem, like, a lot of people have a habit of, like, I feel kind of an inappropriate thing. It's cows in the paddock, so you have an inferior product. I understand why you're so fussy. But no, it's like... people have, like... I've noticed a tendency in people in, like, we are in a situation, I demand you entertain me. Which is like, whoa, buddy, calm down, come now. Sort of a dealio, which drives me up the wall. Like, I understand if I'm doing something like streaming where I need to at least try and be entertaining, or have stuff. But, like, if we're playing D&D together, it's a collaborative project where, like today, for example, we had so, like, last session, we were in hell, effectively. And by which I mean, something weird happened with the timeline, and we went into the timeline in which where everyone was evil. If you've seen Star Trek, the original series, think of the Earth Empire episodes. Alright, so we have that today. We had that last week. Then, today, we continue to have more mirror universe shenanigans going on, for reasons that I don't even know how to begin going into on a stream, because this is a campaign setting that we've played in for many years now, and we have gone from Age of Piracy campaign to a sci-fi campaign to a ancient era campaign that we're now in. But what ended up happening in this one is someone came from the future via an accidental means, and because they're a member of the bad guy group, they're purposefully trying to change the timeline, and when we activated into our characters for where we were in the timeline switch, the party was in very disparate parts of the continent, which was very upsetting. Do I need to blacken the vanity mirror? What do you do with red paint? We already went there. Oh! That fell in the restaurant? I don't think we've been back in the restaurant. I don't remember there being skylights in the restaurant either. We could paint the town. Though, regrettably, I'm a bit of a shut-in, so that's less of a event. Ah, and that opens the can. But, yeah, we've spent most of today's session determining who can remember the actual timeline and gathering allies among our normal cast of allies to, you know, complete the activity known as surviving a world that's falling to shit. Deal with the Terminator. Sadly, it is not the circumstances of a Sarah Connor sort of a deal. Yeah. Basically, like, they're supposed to be incomprehensible as normal for a bit. We have We had a sci-fi campaign a variety of years ago. Love, Lust. What does that mean? Oh, I get it. Wait, so I was right with MILF. I'm disappointed, Welly, you got the bus wouldn't stop, but not the Mr. McGregor. That's not how that works, dog. Alright. The bus that wouldn't stop. The bus that wouldn't stop was the Speed movie. Oh, you're talking about yesterday with, the movie that they were watching. I understand now. I mean, I'm not a movie sophisticate. I still don't remember Mr. McGregor because my brain has been addled by the activities known as napping after a D&D session, and I woke up beyond blitzed for a while. I thought a cat, like threw kibbles in my face. I was very befuddled. Alright, so elevator. Elevator doesn't go down. No, it does. Probably goes into the employees section, which we heard mentioned, which is where the tape with our wife is. It also presumably goes down to the basement. What? Oh. Oh no. Can we bring anything with us? Okay, this is the mini game of what we can bring with us. Okay, we can't bring weapons. Is it we can only bring... We don't need keys. I'd like to bring health. Is it kind of the weight of our sins going on? So we could only bring wife. Wait, does that mean we were never married? My mind is boggled right now. Okay, we have Boss Monster over there. Report for duty on time, absent without valid reason, blah 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 blah. So presumably everything down here we cannot access. 11111. And we have the map for the employee section. So, as I was, blathering on about, we had our D&D, misadventures. I'm Johnny, one hot guy. That's actually kind of cute. So in the sci-fi campaign, at the very end of it, we basically summoned, or the space bad guy was summoned, briefly, and he, appeared due to a fracturing of time. This was necessary because, we were going to lose the big space battle, and, things would have been very, 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 very bad if we had lost. Because we were effectively fighting a species that liquefied people to get genetic material to do the thing known as obtain genetic perfection. And things were quite bad. However, via this time malfeasance, a lot of things occurred, such as time fractures, where a lot of people on the both good guy and bad guy side were sent back in time. Which is what we're dealing with now, because we determined at the very end of the session that one of the bad guy people, who are gray aliens, went back in time, has elements of their spacecraft, and is doing bad things. For example, they blew up Atlantis, which was unfortunate. And very, 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 very bad. Which I... I am deeply saddened that the kind of fleshlight monsters are more of a thing now, because now I'm actually going to have to riff on why they even exist. So, I'm thinking here. All of these monsters are supposed to represent something relatively metaphysical, right? So, the first monster we encountered was like... Ah, goodness gracious. The first monster we encountered was like a BDSM monster. I guess that kind of makes sense in like the Dishonored sort of way, because our wife died of L disease. So you know what? I'll accept that. Big Chungus, I can't even hazard a guess at what his point in the plot is, because, like, technically everybody's allegedly killed someone. It disconcerts me that one of the characters was sexually assaulted as a child, and the game went there. I would say I'm not used to that in video games, but I now have N of 2 with David Cage's David Cage adventure into let's mishandle social commentary. Oh, no, 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 get in. But, oh wait, you can attack me. So, we'll get to Big Chungus in a bit when we talk to the people of this story. So, BDSM monster could mean that... Oh, no. BDSM monsters such as the one we're seeing right now... could mean things such as our... I really wish we could bring our weapons. Oh well. No guts, no glory. He says as he immediately whiffs it. Alright, so we gotta do looting action number 1,000,000. Very quickly. It's actually kind of unfortunate that BDSM monster's in the kitchen. Oh, that bread looks gorgeous. I don't think we want to go in there. I think we in fact want to get over here. Green gemstone, blue gemstone, red gemstone. I see, I think. So we need to kind of assemble a raft. So... $7,414. After the BDSM monsters, we interacted with creatures of the... Well, technically we had advanced BDSM monsters after that, so... Alright, so we have the videotape. Now we can leave this segment of the game, is what I'd like to say. Alright, so we run through that elevator, we run through this door, get to the elevator, and then we should hopefully be safe. No, please tell me it lets us go up. I realize it might not because there's a video cassette thing here. In fact, there's not. How do we get out of here? You know what, I'm gonna let this thing to pass. So we have advanced BDSM monsters, then we have nurses. Nurses are either the clobber variety, much like the Orange Man from Fantastic Four, or of the kind of I'm going to stab you, which I do much appreciate. No, seriously, how do we... That means you've detected me, so I need to run. How do we get out of here? Oh, there's literally a stairs right there. Alright, so nurses, then into the weird fleshlight monsters, which I don't think we fully realized were fleshlight monsters until now. And then there's probably some other enemy types that I'm not recalling right now because my brain is addled from sleep and trying to cram in as much election coverage as my mind can handle. prior to tomorrow now, or I guess the day after tomorrow relative to my sleep schedule. Yeah. To get to the people, we have Woman Beta. Or Woman Alpha? Woman Alpha. Really? No. Wife is Woman Alpha. Woman Beta is Angela, who, appears to have murdered someone. Man Beta is Big Chungus, who is a just unpleasant man. Simple as. We find him in a very weird circumstance where he's like. There's like a man with his head shot off inside of like a toilet or a refrigerator. And he is like, oh no, I didn't kill him, bro. And Eddie, who was Big Chungus, was just kind of like, eating. Or, the next time we find him. Which is towards what I think what you mean by aspect of gluttony, but like, I don't know if the developers of the game were of the type that are like, hey, we're going to have a multi-level kind of philosophy on, you know, our thing happening. Get to go to the bar. If I'm correct, we're going to see Woman in Bar, which is going to be interesting. Can we... That might actually take us to the kitchen. Yes, it does. Alright. But I don't know if people can have multiple aspects of sin cast upon them. Because it's murder over inferiority, murder over... I do agree with that. But I'm using sin as like... in more of like... not a punishment bestowed upon these people from a deity. I'm thinking about what sins... Sins as a descriptive metric, maybe? We have Mermaid! Also, it's messy in here. Screen space reflections I don't know what that means. Da 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 da. But we do need to go grab our crap. And it's suddenly very wet in here. Is it raining outside now? No. Reflections fuck up when the object is not on the screen. Yeah. Wolverine. Yeah, this place is very wet now. Which makes me very sad because I love the kind of environment. Oh, I don't remember where we are. I think the employee elevator was over here. I find it funny that it would have been quicker if I took it back myself. Also, I realize we can take our wife's stuff. Oh god. Why were we able to take our wife information and it's considered not one person? Is it because our wife never existed? Is our wife like a figment of our imagination? Is anything real? These are things I don't know how to respond to. The point is, everybody is guilty or feels guilty about something. I think I vaguely respect this. Oh, that actually worked. I think I vaguely respect this video game enough. So you have only one real point. So that's suitable. You only have one. Yes, they do. I don't know whether or not I want to play along with the bit or not. Which I don't really want to. So, they make another message, we'll do a ban, but we'll leave it be for now. In a slumber deep in a poisoned well. Am not a bot? Oh my god! That's actually the surprise of the night. Alright, then answer my question here. Why would you like a Discord request? In a slumber deep, in a poisoned sleep, on a bed of stone, dreamless all alone. And so she wept in silence, with no prince to marry, her life to be forfeit, heart and broken solitary. X. Did Ethan redact his spot? I don't know. When the clock would strike into the dead of night, the hasty would delve. What? I'm gonna guess we need to put them all on the same kind of trajectory? So, I think it's a path problem where we have these guys going along a set distance, and they need to go all in at the same time. So we do 2, 1... No, Welly? What do you mean? That's not it? I know it's not it. Oh, I see what you mean. I feel this is a timing puzzle. But what does the resetting mean? Oh, I wish I knew how this junk worked. In a slumber deep, in a poisoned sleep, on a bed of stone, dreamless and alone. I think it's a timing puzzle where they need to go in, but the thing is, like, all by themselves. What does this mean? Alright, so the closest iteration we've gotten so far is 2, 1, 2. So if we do 2, 1, 2, I think we need to shove them all into their holes. 2, 1, 2, we all get them to go. The thing is... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I think the doors are time locked. In a poison... What is this puzzle? Real easy? Alright, Strudel, how about you give us the goddamn answer? I'll hop in Discord and you can tell me what to do, huh? Match each princess to the text? What does it mean? In a slumber deep, in a poisoned sleep, on a bed of stone, dreamless and alone. And so she wept in silence, with no prince to marry, her life to be forfeit, heartbroken. If I'm assuming this correctly, this should control Cinderella. It in fact does not control Cinderella. So... this is Snow White. Snow White controls Snow White. Oh no, technically that's fine. This should control Cinderella. Which it does control Cinderella. Basic wordplay? And so she wept in silence, no prince to marry, her life to be forfeit, heartbroken and solitary. It ends with all of them alone. So that's the dead of night. which is later. I don't understand what you're trying to get at. In a slumber deep, in a poisoned sleep, on a bed of stone, dreamless and alone. What does that have to do with turning a key? Alright, so I'm being told that this is a basic wordplay puzzle in which, we have 4 stanzas at play here. There are 4 lines at play here. But I don't understand other than that we have Snow White, Ariel, and Cinderella. Redacted equal fairy tale? Is wife fairy tale? Is that where we're going for? Are these our wives? Do we have a harem? I think the only Disney movie that might have a harem... Oh. Technically, if we're looking at historical cases, it would be Aladdin and Mulan. I don't remember the other Disney movies, so... Why does he pronounce it harem? Can't that Little Mermaid? I guess we did see King Joseph of the Beard family have that. I don't know. I heard someone call it harem, and I think it's funner to call it a harem than a harem. Harem feels a little bit too kind of like boring. Though I probably shouldn't describe a harem as boring. Why don't I get this? Are you fucking shitting me? What did I even do? Oh, it's about the order. It was about the order, basically what time of night. Wept in silence, life to be forward. No! Slumber deep, poisoned sleep, bed of stone. That makes no sense! What was the point? Okay, we're actually looking this up. Silent Hill 2 remake, puzzle. What is this called? Cinderella puzzle. Alright. Silent Music Box Puzzle Guide. Da, 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 da. You must put the... Yeah, that's the locations. Doesn't matter. Hard difficulty. So, what? I did do 111. Did I not do 111? After so light difficulty 721, standard is 751, hard is 111. But why does that matter? Ah, singular. I didn't get it because it was all singular. Ah. I want to punch Hideo Kojima right now. Oh my god. Hello, FGs. I hope you're having a lovely day today. I want to punch Kojima for actually no reason because he had nothing to do with this. No, I brute forced that puzzle, and then after I solved it via brute forcing, I looked up to see what the goddamn solution was. I feel angered. Alright, I want to watch the videotape with our wife, so I need to see... Why are all the princesses alone? What could this mean? Listen, man. If there was at least one... I needed one more data point and I would have gotten it, but I only had technically 3 of the same data point. Where's the note that said our wife? Okay, here we go. Regarding the videotape you left in your room on the last day, I'm glad to inform you. Where do we watch the videotape though? Yeah. Do we need to go to the TV room? We can access there now with weapons. I would say this probably isn't the solution. Why is it having us look out this way? I mean, you could probably see it in an archaeological museum, FGs. At least we don't have a puzzle involving Betamax. Could be worse. This is also incredibly dangerous, by the way. And we actually can't get back to the employee room. Okay. Alright, so what are things on our list to do? We need to locate small child who's probably going to blow herself up. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Proto. How are you doing? I lost my mind to a puzzle whose solution was far simpler than it deserved to be. I don't understand what you mean by the look and say sequence. I'm unfamiliar with this type of puzzle. Metagaming neurons would never shut up about it. What does that even mean? Young kids these days learned what a videotape is from archaeological discoveries. Yeah. I mean, I remember... I like the observation room. Surely the teacher wouldn't make all the answers see? That would be cruel. Do we watch it with our wife? there anything else in here we can loot? I'm gonna assume small child is in fact dead at this point. No, small child decided to run off into the Hotel of Horrors.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Promise you'll take me again, James.
Wait, was that Sexagon Head? Ah, we did kill our wife. I mean, if you could bang Cloud Strife, wouldn't you, Rusty? You're a fucking scumbag. I'd like to think not. I don't know, she said take me, followed by lots of gasping. Not sure it's murder.
Come on, talk to me.
Mary's gone. She's dead.
Liar. That's a lie.
No. It's the truth.
She died because she was sick.
I killed her.
Killer! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back. Give her back to me. I knew it. You didn't care about her. I hate you, James! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
I'm sorry. Mary, you know, isn't here.
I fucking hate this main character. And indeed, the child somehow survived. And now we're in the Hell version. So, it seems Hell version's triggered by some intense feeling of guilt. I think small child is our child, indeed. Or, like, some child that's been manifested by reality as an aspect of the innocence of love. that we felt for our wife.
Come to me. Please. Why won't you come?
But where? Where are you?
You're so close now. Please. Don't give up. Don't leave me out here, James. James.
So what ending are we on? Can you stay dead for 5 minutes? I don't know. I like... Mary declines. You are getting a collect call from hell. Would you like to accept? No. Now we're in the Detroit version of this building. I do not understand why. Is it time to become human? Maybe. Though, like, my brain trembles at the idea of what the hell is going on here. Wait, I thought we were gonna jump down whole. Are we not whole individuals? We are in fact not whole individuals. I see. Okay, so then we now have final confirmation that it is the guilt of murder that is what propelled everyone here to see the monsters that they did. So, woman known as Angela felt guilt over presumably murdering her father. And manifested in her thing, but we didn't kill her. We helped her escape from the monster that was probably represented by her dad. Big Chungus, known as Eddie, murdered people because he has a small wee-wee, as we call it in the business, or I suppose more eloquently. He specifically said he killed people because he felt that they were mocking him and they made him feel small. Not literally small, but you know, the kind of metaphorical thing that you see where making light of someone makes them feel lesser than they are. Now, I don't know if he actually did that, but I was in Silent Hill and Delusions. There's no healing of thy bruise, thy wound is grievous. He killed his bully's dog and shot him in the knee. I mean, according to certain people here, that's justifiable cause to murder someone, apparently. But I feel that might be a bit excessive in this case. The doggo is innocent. Doggo, no. Alright, there might be more, like, doggo, like, supremacists here. Chat is unified in our position. You know, I think this might be an opportunity to have our first inane poll of my return to streaming. So let me jazzercise that. Are we finishing today? We better do that, man, cuz I will be very sad if we don't. What do we call it? The calling it is dead. All right. How do I do this? I go to Stream Manager. My bitrate is terrible, apparently. Why does it say my bit? Why is 6K bitrate bad? Huh? This is all explained in the dog ending. It isn't. I saw the dog ending. Oh, that's how you do it? /poll. Oh my god. Alright, thank you, Blobber. I probably can't say a kill in a poll title. So, what worse? Redact being bully or dog? Bully. Dog. Bully, human individual. Dog. Known as dog. I want to put a meme option, but I don't know what I want the meme option to be. I can't do Santa's Little Helpers an inside job. Alright, in fact, we will leave it at this. We will have a 3-minute poll. Let's have a 5-minute poll. And go bam. Alright. I'll do that. And leave it to the whims of chat. Wow, this is indeed overwhelming in a terrible manner. Y'all people are wild. Maymays didn't make it. No, as we determined earlier, I'm merely a 3 out of 10 comedy-wise. Jesus! Not a single vote! Not a single vote for the bully. Oh. Like, I've been known to hate people too, but... Is the game getting really chunky on the stream? Because it's smooth on my end, but I'm looking at the stream preview now. Wait, 2 according to sexually dissatisfied individuals. Jesus, Wick. Okay. So presumably we go across this enough, and it will... Oh, no, I know what we need to do. I did rewatch the succulent Chinese meal video, and it made me very, happy at how that guy sounds. Is it a crime to have a succulent Chinese meal? Like, I love that man so much. He's such a goblin. Cause didn't he like rob a bank and then go to that Chinese restaurant or some shit? Well, I can't get my voice as high as him, which is the problem. I think I can do a ghetto Australian accent. Australia. Well, no, that just turns into like a Romney. Well, that's sad. Well, I mean, if he murdered anybody, that wouldn't be sad. But if he just robbed a bank, that's sad. Unless he murdered anyone at the bank. Wash yourself, make yourself clean, remove evil of your deeds from my sight. But hey, at least he wasn't dog. I mean, I feel that you all need to invest in Dogecoin now in order to, like, show your support for dog supremacy. You heard the book, Welly? Time for one of your hour-long showers? I mean, there's nothing more decadent than understanding that nature is such at your control, where you take an hour-long shower and then you proceed to take an hour-long bath. That would have been way sadder than the human dying. So, like, we need to find, like, the boundary conditions of what a dog can get away with now. So, like, what if a dog killed Kennedy, right? Does anyone have any strong opinions about that? JFK killed by dog? Not the trolley problem? Perfectly fine. Alright, so dog can get away with killing Kennedy. What's a reprehensible act that I feel comfortable talking about on stream? Do people care about Kennedy? I think within America, there are still people who are very much interested to know who, to see the Kennedy files unredacted. Given the fact that they are still redacted, which is disconcerting. Even if it's something as simple as like, yeah, John Gotti did it. Dog can do whatever it wants to Lucy while you're at it. Alright, so Strudel... Jail. Must have been secretly evil Kennedy, that is. I'd assume that they care about the conspiracy more than the man.
She will not be cured. All that suffering. I am no longer sure if it was of any use. If it meant anything at all. I can't say if this newfound understanding, if there's any wisdom to be had in all that happened. I suppose that's for you to learn, and I hope you will.
No, we're talking about JFK, who was probably the 36th, 37th president of the United States, who got domed in the year of our Lord, 1963. And the conspiracies of who actually did it, which is a fascinating topic. But we don't want the dog to take down the lolly Catholic. I think that is a bridge too far in the Remagen sense. I did not ever read Billy Bat. I don't even know what Billy Bat is. So presumably in hell, they have more elevator engineers, which is positive. I actually had a friend who was talking about her relationship with an elevator engineer, or a burgeoning one. And, like... for a first date suggestion, he was like, hey girl, you wanna go to a BDSM club? I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I don't understand people. Like, the more I hear about people's reactions to things, the more I have to, like, knee-jerk respond with, like, we live in a timeline. Manga made by the same guy that made 20th Century Boys, which I also haven't read, and includes conspiracies around the moon landing and the JFK assassination. That was the date suggestion. It's like, hey baby, do you wanna go to S Club 9? That is not what I assume the interaction went off as. So, like, is the hell dimension the future, or is it just guilt? I don't know. No, it is not appropriate. Even regarding the horniness of your average Tinder individual, this is excessive. It's like, I don't know. Like, no, it was a BDSM club. If I'm remembering my travails correctly. Which I can't even begin to understand. So, supposed to get back to the saner topic of conspiracy theories, like, the Kennedy assassination is interesting. I don't really follow it, so I don't really recall anything about them. Hello, Belle. I'm doing delightfully. How are you doing? I'm merely rambling, of the rambling variety right now. I don't believe this door was here previously. But, the moon landing viscerally makes me angry. Not the moon landing, but the moon landing conspiracy makes me viscerally angry. Why is it bigger?
Mama? Mama, I was looking for you. You're the only one left. Maybe then I can finally rest. Mama. What's wrong? Wait. You're not my mama. It's you.
I'm sorry, Angela. I think you were right. What we're looking for, it's not here. Not anymore.
Thank you for helping me earlier. But I wish you hadn't. Even Mama said it. I deserve what happened.
No, Angela, that is not true.
Don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me?
I'd rather talk about conspiracy theories, or rather than the sexual assault themes that is currently being referred to in this scene. To be entirely honest, Belle.
Heal all my pain. That's what I thought. James. Give me back the knife.
Don't kill yourself, lady.
No, I won't.
Saving it for yourself. Have it your way. It doesn't change anything. You see it too? For me, it's always like this.
What was the point of this scene? Oh my god. Alright, so I'm going to ignore everything that happened here. I feel really bad for Angela's character, which is why she's actually getting her name mentioned. I don't know why anything's going on now. So, like, I think I've had this conversation with everyone before, but I'll say it again. I'm pretty sure the person we have the closest agency to save is ourself, which as I've gotten older, I realize that's probably a very good theme, because like I have tried to help people who are in very dark places at a variety of times in my life, and it invariably has gone horribly. But so I understand why they're going with this. But I'm going to make a hard segue into the idea that Americans specifically, I don't care if you're a fucking non-American who has this idea, even though I will disagree with you. Americans who believe that the moon landing was faked are intellectual cuckolds. Because, like... think it's like the whole idea is like, we didn't land on the moon, the Soviet. It's like, come on, dude. Why do you want to believe this? Because, like, the Soviets would have been like, the Americans did not land on the moon. You're all stupid and fallen into capitalist plot. Like, okay, fine. But they didn't. They're like, shit. The goddamn Americans got us. Which I don't know why I gave them that accent. That's like 1950s person. No, everybody knew Dr. Eggman blew up the Moonstrudel. God damn it, get it right. Can't have you spreading misinformation on this stream. So, like, what other conspiracies are there? That's because by then the Soviet government had been infiltrated by the American deep state. I mean, there is a podcaster that I'm aware of, and I think she is insane. But regrettably, she does the most comprehensive information on, like, covering congressional bills, so I still occasionally listen to her. But, like, outside of analysis, her takes are so bad. Sometimes. Like, I do not have a crush on Brainlot Lady at all.
James!
Does anyone know what ending I'm on? Hell yeah. I don't want the Maria ending, which is why hell yeah, this lady getting Jesused. I guess we're missing the crucifixion, we just had, like, the stabbing. The Though I do suppose the symbology of this is quite significant
I know
after
what
the
you
prison
are.
scene.
I know why I needed you. But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore. I'm ready.
This is not ideal. This is getting out of hand. Now there's two of them. So, like, to go continuing with the, kind of Cloud Strife numerology that we had earlier. One is Zack Schneider, or whoever the hell his name is. And the other is Cloud. We're living in a cursed world where everything has gone wrong. This feels like a final boss fight. Or damn well close to one. The no Harambe timeline. Well, apparently we got an upgrade. We're living in the no Peanut timeline as well, since like a squirrel just got executed, which is... I didn't think we'd have Harambe too. This is the tutorial. I am just fucking biffing this so hard. I only remember Peanut, but I do believe they did kill the squirrel as well. Which... incredibly unnecessary, as I understand it. Every time it looks like Trump will win, the polls and gets executed. I mean, the beatings will continue until morale improves never works. I'm very curious how the election will go on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I have an idea of what the map will look like. But I'm curious to see how correct I actually will have been. Okay, I don't know what this is supposed to represent. Is this like Eddie and Angela? They turned into like a bunch of like himbo hunks? We have egg. And we have egg. I still can't shoot her, which is sad. So we have rust color egg. I'm gonna go through the Scarlet door. Does it matter? I don't think it matters. Exactly. What do you mean bad end chosen?
damn flowers. Just go home already. Look at me. I'm disgusting. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at?
I mean, we have a save right before that battle, so we'll just do the battle
hell
again.
Outta here. Leave me alone already.
But I don't know how choosing Scarlet Egg puts us...
I'll be dead soon anyway.
It was a choice between the two doors.
It'd be easier if they just killed me.
Well, there are technically 4 choices because I put Scarlet Egg on right and I put Rust-Colored Egg on left.
Why are you still here? I told you to go.
And, like,
Are you deaf? Don't come
I have no idea why murdering our wife is the red-colored egg. I have never played a Silent Hill before, and I think it's increasingly going to show. But, like, the idea... Would have put the green filter on the universe? No, we're not gonna have Sleet Demon. 26? Wait a second. No, we don't have... Why would red... Rust is also murder! Yes, we'll have the Mass Effect ending. Then we'll truly want to die. Yes, my beloved Sleep Demon. Yeah, but, like, shouldn't Scarlet be good because we're like, hell yeah, kill that lady, Maria? Rust means, like, we're killing our wife again? Because, like, this is supposed to be a judgment. We're judging the guilty, is what those pyramid heads are supposed to represent. So, fresh blood would be Scarlet, so we're judging Scarlet negatively, but I think we're just gonna kill our wife, especially now that...
Mary? I have missed you so much.
I've missed you too. We can finally be together. Forever.
No.
James. Honey. What's wrong?
I'm sorry. I know you tried,
James, please.
but she's gone. I know that now,
Stop it.
and I can't just keep pretending.
Shut up! What do you want?
Oh?
Do you even know anymore? I'm yours. I'm here for you. So what if I'm not her? I can give you what she never could.
Are we
I
on
can
good
be
ending
better
still?
than her. What else do you want me to be? What else can I be?
I
I don't think anything's gonna be
am
good.
so sorry, Maria. I really am. But this has to stop. It's time to let it go.
I won't let you do this to me.
I built this
I won't
company.
let you go. I can't!
She's a vampire! Can't believe we married Dracula. Don't worry, I'm sure an election event will kill her off. I don't know, we could be married to Benita Mussolini, the future dictator of fascist Italy, when she's executed in 2045. You know, when Germany does the Boogaloo again, the world is like, Germany, why are you doing it again? Poland manages to hold out for more than a millisecond, and, like, we have Stalingrad rather than in Stalingrad, but the city of Lwów. Which actually, now that I remember the map of Poland, I'm not sure Lwów is even within Poland still, and might actually be in Ukraine. So let's do this. Ukraine blows up. Russia explodes due to the Ukrainian invasion of Russia, but Ukraine also explodes. So you have, like, Ukraine blown up into, like, 3 states. Romania takes Bessarabia back. Poland takes back Greater Poland. And, I don't know. Belarus turns into the new Russia, and we have oh god, what's that guy's name? Not Lushenko. Maria being there is either good end or really bad end. Yeah, Lukashenko, thank you. Hoi 4 is a bad video game, but we might do a Hoi 4 World Ablaze stream again at some point. Presumably when the DLC comes out, but I don't understand why Maria is dressed like a Nazi doctor. That is actually incredibly disconcerting. Why are the butterflies so evil? That's because Ethan is secretly an SS officer? The moths are all evil? I mean, I don't want to think about poor Ethan. You know what? Please tell me I have Resident Evil 7 installed, because I think I really want to play Resident Evil 7 after this. So, from what I vaguely remember, the worst ending, we have to fight our wife on a bed. I think. And that might have been the ending Jake got, but I don't remember. just like, where is this lore turning into? Like, look at her character design. She looks like a doctor in, like, an evil asylum. Which, I guess she's a corpse? But she's also not our wife. She's Maria. I don't know anymore. No, we're fighting her within an Amir. I think she's in some sort of crucifixion box. No, seriously, where is Maria? Okay, she's here. Do we need to chase her now? Now we're getting into like mid-2000s creepypasta. I like it. No, but look at it. She... No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to reload. Oh, good God. Alright, probably shotgun for the time being. I'm really happy we stockpiled a fair amount of heroin on our way here. The light's also red now. So, Willie, could you explain why you're not aiming at her head but at her crotch? What do you mean I'm aiming at her crotch? I'm aiming at her center of mass. It's not my fault that they have her hung weird. Oh, I guess the center of mass is her crotch currently. I don't know, Wick. Why are you staring at her crotch to know where the bullets are going? I'm firing in a shotgun. How are you doing an in mid-air bullet analysis to understand where these pellets are landing? I think that's the truly sus thing here. Here, I can aim at her head if you want. Time to say goodbye.
handsome.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I told you. I wanted the pain to end.
Yeah. You did. But that's not why I did it. The truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
If that's true, then why do you look so sad?
Mary.
It's okay, James. Here.
What is this?
It's what you've been looking for.
Y'all gaslighting me into thinking we got the bad ending.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place. Waiting for you to come and see me. But you never do. So, I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know, I've done a terrible thing to you. I wish I could change that, but I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it is. The doctor came today. Told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this could be my last chance. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I missed you so much. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Every time you come to see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me. Maybe I just disgust you. I'm so sorry. When I first learned I was gonna die, I couldn't accept it. I was so angry. I struck out at everyone I loved. Especially you. That's why I understand if you hate me. But I want you to know, I will always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. Which means that as you're reading this, I'm already dead. But that's okay. I'm not afraid of it anymore. I just hope the pain will end soon. So that you remember me for who I was. And not what the disease made me. I want you to go on. I want you to live. For yourself. And for others. Like you did for me.
What do you mean into water, Rusty?
You made me happy.
Oh my god. And so when you mean murdering everything, you mean murdering monsters? And not other stuff? Okay. I assume they weren't going to have something like that in this game. I assume they were making it much more combat oriented because they were trying to crawl from me? Yeah, I'm legitimately surprised that the child was real. You know, this is probably incredibly copywritten, isn't it? Hey, it's Blobber! Alright, number of win... Alright, so this thing has the true, like, lore here. I would make a Dino Crisis, like... Take that back. What video game would you make, Blobber? I also like the true stats here of 176 windows destroyed. That's truly important. There are 8 endings? Oh my god. Okay. 5 are new game plus. So, like... Thank you, Jingo. So, like... Is there something that's supposed to tell us what other endings we're close to? So the autosave, manual save... Alright, so now I'm gonna look up Silent Hill 2 remake endings. Alright, silent. And again and again and again and again. I don't think we're gonna go quite so far. Alright, so bam. And we move to Screen Man. Alright. So, to receive this ending, James must act as if he wants to survive and complete his journey while not showing too much focus or attention on Maria. This is the most likely ending you will achieve by playing the game normally, especially on your first playthrough. Examine Mary's letter and or a photo in the inventory 3 or more times. We did that like 20 times. Recover your health as soon as it drops to red. Heal yourself excessively. Kill less than 150 enemies. I killed more than that. Choose the snake, symbolizing Mary's disease, to blame at the ending of the coin, which I took as the devil at the time. Do not attack Pyramid Head. So people were telling me to get a worse ending. The hell with all of you. Oh, Wellington, why aren't you attacking the boss? I suspect this to be a boss where you just waited out. I was correct. In the Gallows puzzle, choose the column representing Eddie or Angela. I don't understand that one. Wait, I tried literally every one. I literally did every one. Choose the rotten apple, symbolizing Mary, for the mirror puzzle at the hotel. After the battle, 2 pyramid heads, then choose the door with the rust-colored egg, symbolizing Mary, to go through. So you don't have to do all of these, you just should do as much of them as you can. Listen to Mary's entire monologue in the long hallway in the final boss. Do not examine Angela's knife in the inventory, which I did. Do not move in the wrong direction after meeting Maria, prompting her to make multiple comments, 7 or more. Yeah, I'm actually legitimately surprised about the egg thing. I think I did do that because I wanted to hear dialogue. Allow Maria to take damage from monsters. I would have expected Maria dying would have been good. Do not interact with Maria in West South Vale or inspect objects at Heaven's Night. Do not read the message above the jukebox. I did read that. I did all of these. I literally did everything it told you not to do. To receive this ending, James must act in a suicidal, reckless manner. I did that. I didn't do that. I did that. I did that. I didn't do that. I did do that. I didn't do that. Read the message. I did do that. So is it because I literally did everything the game just randed me into the good ending? Is leave the good ending? So you're leaning towards leave. Confuse the game into giving you the good ending. Yeah, that sounds about right. It rolls a d8. Yeah. I did all of that. Interacting with All Heaven's Night, sexy nurse outfit. I didn't find the sexy nurse outfit, or the whiskey, or... I found none of these. We were too busy having, like, Bernie Sanders roleplay at the time, apparently. Bernie Sanders saved my life. Yeah... I wish it told me how many points I currently have. Returning to Maria's room in the labyrinth after completing each area. And re-enter the room after her death. Ripe is Maria. Killing all three after the battle, 2 pyramid heads. So doing the Scarlet Egg put us closer to a Maria ending. I don't know if we... And we didn't listen to Mary's entire monologue. I actually have no idea how we got leave. Alright, so we have the suicide ending. You'll see this ending if James shows a lot of attention towards Maria, thus developing a bond with her instead of holding on to Mary's memory. No, she was still talking when we left the room. Left the hallway. What is Maria's ending? Rebirth ending. So that is resurrecting wife. Probably a bad idea. Bliss. White Claudia? So these not exist in the regular game? And the UFO ending is still here. Okay. So, what is the Maria ending?
Mary?
James,
I don't know why YouTube is tweaking out right now.
I've been waiting.
Okay, YouTube just tweaking out right now, that's fine. White Claudia is the drug the cult used to finance its operations and attract people to the town. Oh, okay. So, presumably the Maria ending is, like... Is Maria real in the Maria ending? Or do we kill ourselves?
Let's go.
Oh, right. And this one, she has a cough at the very end to signify that Maria's getting the same disease as her wife. Okay. Alrighty. I think that was a video game. Outside of certain concerning aspects that make me very sad, I think Silent Hill 2 was pretty good. It was a pretty enjoyable time.